Hello, everybody. This is Letty, and today I'm going to talk about the word no. What does it mean to say no? Does that mean that you're being rude or dishonest, or that you're not telling the truth, or you're just not being concerned, or that you don't care? Well, not necessarily. No is a good word to say to anything that does not serve, grow, develop, or educate you on your higher purpose. What I mean by saying no is you should say no to toxic relationships, to people who don't honor or respect you, to circumstances or events that do not develop your higher growth and development. How do you say no when you can't remove yourself from those situations, or you find yourself in situations that are difficult to understand or to acknowledge or to deal with? Let that be with a boss, in a group setting, or with your friends even, or with yourself, because sometimes we're not the best advocates for ourselves. So how do you overcome those circumstances? And how do you say no to your negative thoughts and affirmations? How do you say no to those people that, don't encourage your higher growth and purpose? How do you say no to relationships that are not meant to develop or honor or nourish you? Well, a good way to define and determine what you should say no to or not is to simply say the word no. You just have to be able to stand in your purpose. As women, especially, we are so used to and conditioned to be givers and caregivers, and to care and pretty much say yes to everything. And we're divided and multiplied into so many different directions, trying to be there for our kids, our spouse or significant other, our friends, group activities. We're just in such a go mode that we forget to say no, and that it's okay and it's not selfish. When you say no, you give quality time to those things that you should be saying yes to. For example, your health, your personal ability to develop yourself, to your family, to spending quality time with those who matter most. You're saying yes to the life that you want to live. You're saying yes to the things that you want to create. You're saying yes to anything and everything that grows and develops you. You're pretty much essentially saying yes to life, to happiness, to joy, to the knowledge that you deserve good things for you and yourself. So when you find yourself thinking about saying no to something, don't feel guilty about it. It is your right to say, no, I do not want to attend this event today. No, I do not want you to speak to me in that way. No, I am going to stand here and speak in this matter because I should speak, because I have the right to. You can say, no, I am not going to do that because it doesn't serve a higher purpose for me. You can also say this to friends, and it's okay. There's situations and times where you can't commute with them for some reason. It doesn't mean that they're not your friend. It doesn't mean that your family doesn't love you. It doesn't mean that when somebody says no to you that they don't care. It simply means that point in time they don't have the time. I oftentimes try to think of it in terms, if somebody told me no, I would appreciate their honesty far more than I would appreciate the fact that they're not being honest with me. I would rather be honest with them as I would like them to be with me. And so for this purpose and for this video, I want you to practice every day the ability to say no. Say no to situations or circumstances that don't serve your higher purpose. If you find yourself in a situation or circumstance where you can't remove yourself, you can never control what somebody else does. That is not your job. Your job is not to tell somebody else how to behave, act, or interact. Your job is to decide in your mind to say, no, this is a circumstance, but I know in who I am. I know what I stand for. I understand my ability and I understand my purpose. So therefore, even though you're going to be a listener, you're still going to say no. You're still going to say no to any of that negative feedback. You're still going to possibly have to evaluate it if that's what you have to do. But at the same time, in the knowledge and understanding that if it doesn't grow you, if it doesn't develop you, if it doesn't nourish you, if it's not loving, if it's not caring, then you need to say no. And it's okay to say that. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate you each and every day. Thank you for your comments. And please don't be afraid to say no. It's not a bad word. It's actually a good word. It is good for your health and your happiness and your personal ability to develop the kind of life and income that you want to create. Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you for listening. Have a good one.